And I don't remember seeing Carl.
No, Carl wasn't in it, I don't think. Judith was. She was about 9 years old, I think. But,
Right.
it could have been of an alternate reality, or it could have been maybe a dream. Could have been a dream.
Yeah, he was probably dreaming it.
I loved the song that was playing. You know what was playing?
I don't remember.
Another One Bites the Dust. Gotta love it. Yeah. Appropriate, yeah.
Yep. How appropriate.
Yeah, Michonne and Carl are playing hooky. They turned off Rick's alarm so he could sleep. And the final moments of this episode bring another extension of the scene where we see a more grown-up Judith run to her dad. And Michonne remarks that the people are taking this festival very seriously. And they walk outside to reveal a freshly built stone house across the street, which was great.
Yep.
And this is a spoiler warning for anyone who wants to skip this. So, spoiler warning. The time jump brings readers 2 years after the war with Negan. And Rick is similarly hobbling around.
Say that again.
This is a spoiler warning for anyone who wants to skip the remainder of this. There's another time jump that brings readers 2 years after the war with Negan. And Rick is hobbling around with an injured leg, of course. That's not to say Old Man Rick scene is also a time jump. The war with Negan hasn't even begun, and a flash forward would spoil it. So, whereas the powers that be have lined their pockets by letting the fans dangle. So, and executive producer Scott Gimple said we'll know what it all means about halfway through the season. So we have a few, episodes before we find out what that all really means. So that's going to be a little interesting. So, but yeah.
So did we win the war then? Is that what?
I don't know. They're just saying. They're just saying that it's like 2 years after the war with Negan. So we shall see. He said about halfway through the season we'll understand what that all means. So, Scott Gimple, we're holding you to it.
Okay. Well, it's only the first episode. We gotta wait.
I know. Wow, so much in this first episode. It was amazing. But I love those explosions that they planned, and they really had this planned out. It was really quite a good plan, I thought.
Yes, it was.
Except for
it really was.
For Gregory doing that. And if you saw the Talking Dead after the show, you have to have seen.
Oh, God, it was amazing.
I told you it was. You weren't going to watch it.
Oh, I decided to. I watched it, I think, later. I watched it later.
And I was like...
Because they repeated it again later.
Oh, yeah.
It's like everybody
was there. It was awesome. It was so great because they had Merle, they had Beth, and Sasha was there, and they had everybody there. It was amazing. That show was great. The Talking Dead. I love Chris Hardwick anyway, but here comes Merle with 100, balloon. It says 100. It was
Herschel.
Yeah, Herschel was there. It was that was such a great show. Celebrating the 100th season. And I'm glad they had everybody, even the ones that, are not on the show anymore. It was just great. Just fabulous. That show is just so awesome. So, all in all, what did you think of the first episode?
It was everything that I could have asked for. It really was. I had been anticipating it, and it didn't let me down. Not at all. What about you?
I agree with you 100% there. It was everything I was hoping it would be. It was just, I thought the first episode, and it was so packed with stuff. And if this is just first episode, what are the next ones going to be bringing? It's going to be something else, that's for sure. I was glued to it, hanging on just about every word because I was like, what's going on? What's going on? But when Gregory did that was, oh my God. You'd have thought I was cussing somebody out. Well, I was, but, I'm here by myself and I'm like yelling at the TV like some lunatic. But I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Calling him every name in the book. It just brought that out because it was so low. It was like, you can't get any lower than that. Really.
No,
that But, and then, Rick saying, I'm following you. And I'm like, oh, it's so wonderful. And they're all, Maggie's like, and at the end, we've already won. Yes, you have. And it's just, it just gets you going, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
God damn, I know, I'm just a nutcase, but that's okay.
No, you're not. I have loved this show for years.
Yeah, I have not missed an episode. I am proud to say I have not missed one episode of The Walking Dead.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's just, how can you? You have to know what's going to happen. But I was hooked from day one, and it's been a hell of a journey. It really has. Okay, My question after all this, who do you think, what character do you think has been the biggest change? Who has changed the most as far as the character?
Carol, hands down.
Carol?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, but what about Father Gabriel, too?
Well, yeah, but hands down, Carol. From where she started out as a battered woman, mousy, to where she is now. My God. That's, to me, it's the biggest transformation ever.
I have to agree with you there. I really do. I think Father Gabriel comes close, second. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree, too.
He went from, remember at Alexandria with Deanna? And he's telling them, you can't trust them. You don't know what they've done. To Rick trusting him with Judith to, fighting for them.
Right.
He's...
I agree with you on that. But I agree. Yeah. I agree.
So I think Carol, then Father Gabriel. Carol for sure. Yeah, she was a battered woman. Exactly.
Yep.
Kind of a mousy type woman. She's a warrior from hell. So you go, Carol.
Right.
You go, Carol. So anybody out there listening, who do you think, what character for you was who had the biggest change? So if you're listening, come in the chat. Let us know what you think. I do have some trivia. We're going to do it after a break here. I got some more Walking Dead music. And I think this season with The Walking Dead is going to be, fast-paced. It's going to be, they're done with their grieving. They're ready to fight. They're going to fight for the ones that they lost. They're going to fight for themselves, and they're going to fight for the future. So
that's right.
So I think it's going to be a really good season. So we shall see. So we got 2 new characters coming into play here. We haven't met Dylan yet, but he's coming, and I think his name is Abad. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure it's close to that. The one that Carl's kind of, talking to, kind of. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back. I got some trivia. We'll tell you the lineup for the week and wrap it up. What do you think, Lori?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody.